tenor saxophonist Sam Ryder. Where are you coming to us from?
Right on the edge of this private park reserve called Black Rock Forest.
Do you remember your first time playing with the band?
I was just trying to keep it together, honestly, which is pretty much the vibe for every performance thereafter.
Like, how do you approach playing in the band?
For being a music that's so volatile and has a lot of raw feeling to it, I'm just so concentrated trying to be as within myself as possible so that I have good control. When I think about your music, there is such a through line of thematic material. When I listen to Prelude and Fanfare, after the cacophony of the intro, there's still that trumpet line, which is the melody line from Myself as to a Naked Mind, isn't it? That theme is still there. It's part of your identity, not only within an entire album, but other albums, other pieces in the timeline of that's kind of really an incredible thing to hear. It's not just that one moment that you're experiencing, you're also referencing another moment.
Do you have a favorite track or a favorite moment on the record?
I think Burn is super bad, that raw, fiery energy. The last movement of the concerto is also pretty awesome. It feels almost to me like our Secret Agent track on the album. Vito's flute solo, McAllister's solos are always so exciting and so different.
How I set him up a lot of the time is like, get us out of here.
Kotler's interlude on the record, he really got into something special.
He's got a really kind of unique thing in terms of what he can do to your ears harmonically.
That shifting world.
He can just disorient in such a really unique way.
I really appreciate the juxtaposition of all of these moods as they keep like undulating. I love the cadenzas by Brooke, those are amazing. The cadenzas especially, that's some really serious new classical string writing.
Brooke and I kind of went back and forth a lot on them.
There's a conversation like, hey, I want to do this. What is that? How does that lay on the instrument? What does that feel like?
It was an incredibly transformative experience in terms of how I write for strings, writing that. Does this album as a protest record have any significance to you?
Honestly, where we have been as a culture for centuries now, to have it laid bare like it has been in the last 4 years, to the point where we are learning that we are not as far ahead as we thought we had been in terms of social understanding and awareness. Can we please have the music stand for that?
I'm wondering if there's anything that you could ask me about this record, what it might be.
I'm just kind of curious what writing as a practice is like for you.
I get massive writer's block and I'll just get completely stopped up, and then when it comes out, it comes out. It's a very visceral process, and I think that's why the music kind of successfully comes out in a visceral way a lot of the time. So there's like this furious, like, pencil to paper sort of thing, and there's paper flying around all over the place. I'm feeling the pacing of the piece in real time as it grows, as it crests, all of these things. And I am like furiously trying to keep up with...
You're trying to write at that same pace.
I'm trying to write at that same pace. Is there anything else you would want people to know about your role in the band or your approach to the music?
That process that I see in the written music, it's informing how I'm gonna try to play in a soloistic way every time. Juggling phrases that are motivic and small in idea, and then sweeping, cascading, wall of sound sort of stuff. Those are some of the ideas that I get from playing in the band with the written stuff that informs what I'm gonna do with a solo idea.
You and I have worked out a really kind of collective approach to how I write for your chair.
I love that we have been able to build that.
It's one of my favorite things, like when I'm writing and I know who that is at that moment. I literally just put some squiggles up on the line that is your chair, and because I know when I come back to it, I'm like, I want Sam there. Oh, I know exactly what that's going to be.
Yeah.
And I also know that you're going to know exactly what I'm looking for. It's worth the 15 years that it's taken us to build that.
The music is a part of that collective of lives. that's just so much stronger than I got some charts and I'll just call whoever, whenever.
Thanks so much, man. I miss you, man. I hope we get to make some music soon.
Yeah, me too. That would be wonderful. Oh my God. Make some music.